The key to your entire day can be summed up in just 10 minutes, not 10 hours. In just 10 minutes, you can set the tone for your entire day. And today, we're going to unpack exactly what that looks like. We're going to go over what to do in those 10 minutes, why it's important, and how it'll change your life if you stick to it every single day. Let's get right into it. As Albert Einstein once said, if you can't change your mind, you can't change your life. And that's exactly what these 10 minutes are gonna help you do. They're gonna help you change your mind so that you can change your life. I want you to picture this. You wake up early, make some coffee, open up your laptop, and you have a to-do list. Your to-do list has at least 7 tasks on it, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I have so much to do today. What ends up happening is you start to feel overwhelmed, and then you end up feeling like you're unproductive because you have so much on your plate. So, how can we combat this? Well, it starts with a 10-minute routine. So, here's what you're gonna do. First thing first, you're gonna write down your top 3 priorities. These should be the 3 most important things that you need to get done today. Then you're gonna close your eyes for 3 minutes and do something called focused breathing. This is where you breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. Now I know that sounds crazy, but there's actually a lot of science behind it. A study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that focused breathing like this can reduce stress and anxiety and increase feelings of well-being. It also increases oxygen intake, which improves cognitive function and focus. On top of that, another study found that this type of breathing can even improve sleep quality. So, it's a win-win-win across the board. Just 3 minutes of this focused breathing will center your mind, allowing you to move forward with clarity and intentionality. After you do this breathing exercise, you're gonna write down any distractions that you could potentially face throughout the day. So you might write down things like your phone, social media, other people coming up to you and talking to you, etc. If you're working from home, one really good one is the laundry machine. For whatever reason, as soon as you hear that thing turn on, you just can't help but stop what you're doing and go check on it. But trust me, we're gonna tackle those distractions head on in a second. Then you're gonna set a timer for 50 minutes. Now, before we go into that, I want to talk about why we're doing all of this. These steps might seem small and insignificant, but they're far from it. By taking the time to prioritize, focus, and plan, you're setting yourself up for success. You're essentially creating a roadmap for your day. Think of it like this. If you were going on a road trip, you wouldn't just get in the car and start driving without a map or a plan. You would look at a map, figure out where you want to go, plan your route, and then hit the road. Well, your day is no different. By planning out your priorities and potential distractions, you're essentially creating a map for your day. It might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, it makes all the difference. So many people get caught up in the day-to-day grind that they forget to take a step back and actually plan their day. They just wing it, and as a result, they end up feeling overwhelmed and unproductive. Don't be that person. Take control of your day and plan it out. Trust me, your future self will thank you. So now that we've talked about the importance of all of this, let's actually dive into the next step, which is setting a timer for 50 minutes. So I want you to set an actual physical timer, something that you can see and hear. Now the reason why we're setting this timer for 50 minutes is because we now use a method called timed blocking. Timed blocking is basically where you allocate specific blocks of time to complete certain tasks. And in our case, we're going to use this method to work on our top 3 priorities. So, after you set your timer for 50 minutes, you're going to sit down and work on your top priority task until the timer goes off. Once the timer goes off, you're going to repeat the process, setting the timer again for another 50 minutes and working on your second most important task. And you'll do the same thing for your third most important task. Now I know this might seem like a lot of work, but it's really not. All you have to do is just sit down and work on the task at hand until the timer goes off. That's it. Now here's the best part. This method works around small distractions. Remember all those small distractions that you wrote down earlier, things like your phone, social media, other people coming up to talk to you, the laundry machine, etc. Well, this method actually works around those distractions. Here's how. Since you're only committing to work on each task for 52 minutes, those small distractions don't have as much of an impact. You can easily excuse yourself from those distractions by saying you're only working on something for 52 minutes. And that's it. That's all you have to say. And chances are people will understand. Plus, when you work like this, those small distractions become less of a distraction and more of an opportunity to take a quick break. After all, how can something be a distraction if you only allow yourself to be distracted for 52 minutes? See what I mean? After you've completed your third task, I want you to take a couple minutes and reflect on how you spent your day. Think about all the things you accomplished and all the progress you made. This is important because it helps you build momentum and stay productive for the rest of the day. When you reflect on a productive morning, you're more likely to continue that momentum and get even more things done. So take a few minutes and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Trust me, it'll make a big difference. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why 52 minutes? Why not an hour or 2 hours? Well, studies show that the average person can only focus for about 2 hours at a time. So, any more than that and you're probably going to be less effective anyway. Plus, this method leaves you with a buffer of time to work on other things or to take a break. It's totally up to you. The beauty of this method is that it's flexible and can be adapted to fit your needs. If you find yourself with some extra time, great. Use it to get ahead on your work. If you find yourself needing a break, that's perfectly fine as well. Take a step back and relax. The point is to work smarter, not harder. So overall, this 10-minute routine is a game changer. It allows you to prioritize, focus, and plan your day in a way that sets you up for success. And it does all of this in just 10 minutes. So, how can you possibly say no to that? I know that this might seem like a lot of work, but it's really not. All you have to do is just sit down and work on the task at hand until the timer goes off. And remember, this method works around small distractions. So don't let those distractions stop you from getting things done. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and join our awesome community. We post new videos every single day, and I promise you'll walk away with more knowledge and power in your life. Also, it would be amazing if you could share this video with someone who might need it. Together, we can make a positive impact in the world. Thanks for watching.